Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Texas Longhorns.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
Now we'll look at UCLA's starting lineup. Freak, he's in at center. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then there's Free, and it's Fresh in at the 2. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time.
And here's Texas. Edwards passes to Ellis. And here's Edwards. Kicks it to Doherty. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team.
Out of bounds, Texas will take possession. Edwards with it. Ellis outside. Ellis draws the double. And the foul called on Freak. Longhorns leading by 6. Hudson is out there with Turner. And it's Rush in at the 3.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
And for the Bruins, Freak in at center. Starks is out there with Porter. Then it's Johnson, and it's Morris in at the small forward.
And, you know, with Freak, you can see with his combination of size and movement why people are so high on him at the next level. I mean, there is no ceiling to how good he can be.
It just isn't very often that you have a big man as polished as Freak. There are a lot of guys his size and a lot of players who are as skilled as he is, but it is rare to have it all in one play.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And Blair kicks to Rush. They double him with Freak, and the foul called on Freak. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach, but I tell you what, When it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
They've got Doherty. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 slot. And for the Bruins, Freak, he's in at center. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Free at point guard.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court. I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Porter's checked in for UCLA. Porter against Edwards. They double him with Freak, and the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And we've seen Durant go on and do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Freak's got 11.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Now here's Turner. He's got 8 to the middle. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Longhorns ball as Texas keeps possession. Davis is checked in for the Longhorns. Then for the Bruins, Johnson comes in for Looney, and Morris subbed in for Campbell. Doherty, the screen. Longhorns passing it around. 5 to shoot. And another miss by Texas.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Freak with it. Picked up by Ellis. Texas leading by 3. Edwards passes to Davis. Takes the 13-footer. No good. In and out. Off the rim. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Freak. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Edwards passes to Doherty. Knocks down the 3-ball. Doherty's got 7.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Freak, and he banks in the layup.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
They've got Edwards. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Davis, and it's Ford in at the power forward position. They double him with Freak. Out to the wing. Davis kicks to Ellis. To the middle. And Ford with the basket on the assist by Ellis. And Texas leads by 6.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Looney's checked in for Johnson. Campbell comes in for Morris. And Free subbed in for Porter.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
There's Freak. Can't get it to go. And Texas the other way now. Here is Edwards. It's Ellis on the wing. Launches a 3. No good.
Move it. Move it.
Fast break UCLA. Here's Campbell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Doherty dishes to Hudson. They double team Ellis. Now the feed to Doherty. They set the screen. The three. The shot is off. The Bruins go the other way with it. Here's Freak. Rebounded by Hudson. Longhorns leading by 6. Doherty with the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Looney. Down low. Turner with the steal. Fast break, Texas. And the foul called on Freak. And that's it. Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Arizona facing the UCLA Bruins.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
A look at Arizona's starting group. They've got Mitchell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Johnson. And it's Lewis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lawson is doubled. It's blocked. Fast break UCLA. Here's Fresh. It's hauled in by Arizona. Well, for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986.
Johnson double-teamed. The dish now to Lawson. And out of bounds as the Bruins gain possession.
And for the Wildcats, arguably their best years were in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 1997, they won their lone college championship. A lot of trips to the Final Four around that time, too.
Here's Freak. Off target from outside. Lawson with it. Pass to Johnson. Cuts off the pass. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Freak. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
And Arizona has been on the upswing in recent seasons. They continue to come into the tournament as a high seed and win their conference. This could be the start of kind of a second golden age for the program.
And that one's good. Freak.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Here's Freak. Arizona getting their last shot to go. From outside the arc. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Johnson inside. Lawson has the open look. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Now here's Freak. He's got 5. Looney passes to Freak. They get it again, and another shot. Looney with the bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Barton taking a look at Arizona. We've got Johnson, and it's Hollins in at the 3 at the 4. And that one's good.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
The clock. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Freak, he's in at center. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Free at the point.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Taking a look at Arizona. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at center, locking down the middle. Three-pointer, Lawson, and it's Free with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And a wide open look for Free. From the top of the key, he buries it. Freak's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bruins. Now Arizona with it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Lawson is doubled. Johnson, a wide open look. The putback. It's good on the putback. Mitchell's got his first points of the night.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Passes to Hollis Jefferson. And here's Lawson. Johnson the screen. Lawson kicks to Johnson. Another miss by Johnson.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
This shot's it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Another miss by Johnson.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
And Freak throws it down.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Campbell, the pass to Looney. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The Bruins shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Morris against Williams to the left side wing. Goodwin dishes to Hollins. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bruins.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Freak in at center. Porter is out there with Starks. Then it's Johnson, and it's Morris in at the three. That's tipped. It's Freak, top of the key. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Freak's got 21.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence, and he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Fresh comes in for Porter. And Freeze subbed in for Starks. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch the breath. You're right.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Morris. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Fresh, drilled from 11 feet out. Fresh has got the lead up to 11 now for the Bruins.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And now Arizona on the break. Lawson outside. He feeds it to Lewis. Got a piece of it. The Bruins leading by 9. Takes the 3. And it's Freak missing. Johnson outside. And he dunks it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
They swipe it.
Get the ball inside.
Ewing the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shot from 12. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Looney's checked in for UCLA. Campbell comes in for Morris. And Arizona also making a switch. Mitchell, he's checked in for Ewing. And so they foul intentionally. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second half. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
There's 37 seconds left in the second half of basketball.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but, again, no need on that one.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-and-1.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Lawson outside. Here's Lewis. Yes!
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
And no good on the 1-and-1.
Major missed opportunity. That should have been game over, guys.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
And both free throws good for Lewis. And he commits the intentional foul.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
Now Arizona with it. A 2-point game. Lawson kicks to Lewis. Can't get the 3 to fall. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
At the line for UCLA.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
So it's UCLA picking up the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
home. Baby, we make magic. Come home with a thug, let's get cracking always. Well, baby, cause happen. She got the back seat, just a freak in the mood. Hopped in the tray, just to let the top back and thank God for the day. Who gives a what a hater gotta say? I made a couple $1 million last year. Still in the streets, strapped with them things. She in love with a G, so she tatted my name. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. 10 black made backs, back to back in the lane. I'ma make it rain, then I'ma make it back. You are just a lame little homie, that's a fact. Working with the police, acting like you know me. Fresh out of
Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. They've got Decker. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Hawkins with it. It's picked off. Fresh, the pass to Freak. From deep. It's hauled in by Hawkins. The pass to Decker. Lets it go with a 3. UCLA grabs the miss.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him. What a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Look at that. It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
There's 1:54 left here in the first half of basketball. Freak, he's in at power forward. Fresh is out there with Free. Then there's Campbell, and it's Irving in at the center position. They double him with Freak. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
And for the Badgers, they've got Peyton. He's out there with Fisher. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Walker in at the 4 slot. UCLA trails by 4. Pass to Campbell. Here's Fresh. They set the pick. Free passes to Freak. Off target with his 3.
And Badgers have been great since right around the millennium. Since about 1999, they have made the tournament every season. Guys, few schools can say that.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. The Badgers making a switch here. Dawkins checked in. And good on the basket. Book it. Walker's got his first basket of the night.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
And, you know, for Wisconsin and their consistent appearances in the tournament, guys, they don't just show up and leave now. I mean, they often go deep in the tournament. Sooner or later, I think they might go all the way again.
Badgers shooting their first shots of the night from a charity stripe. And he's unable to get anything at the line this time. Hawkins checked in for Fisher. Good on the second free throw. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
They get it back. Passes it to Free. Dishes to Freak. And another miss by UCLA.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Whistle blows. But that's going to be a travel. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And not exactly the start they were looking for, but there's still a lot of basketball left. You have to think they'll be mixing things up a little bit in terms of adjustments.
Well, Greg, I tell you what, the hole is deep, and if they want to hoist that trophy at the end of the game, they've got to get more from their star player, Freak. He's got to take over.
Freak in at center. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Free at the 1 spot. And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward position. And for the Bruins, Freak. He's in at center. Looney out there with Campbell. Then there's Free, and it's Fresh in at the 2 spot. Kaminsky sets the pick for Hill. Off the screen, and it's off the back rim. No good. UCLA trails by 4. Fresh, the pass to Freak. Down low. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. Greg, I mean, a ton of contact.
Here's Free. The dish to Starks. He feeds it to Freak. Looney passes to Freak. And it's all evened up. Freak's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bruins.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs. And
guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Here's UCLA stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And a wide open look for Freak. And the Bruins, another three.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Hawkins gets to Wade. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left them no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Campbell comes in for Morris, and Fresh subbed in for Starks.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school, and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Here's Evans. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Evans has gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Kicks it to Freak. Releases. And the Bruins tack on 2 more.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Kaminsky is checked in for Wisconsin. 1:22 left here in the second half of the game. Hawkins kicks to Evans. To the inside. Kaminsky. Evans trying to get open. Kaminsky misses.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
.52 seconds left here in the second half. There's the screen. They double him with Freak. Money!
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And they go to the intentional foul. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
And that's an intentional foul.
At the line for UCLA.
And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-and-1.
Not at all what he had in mind when he stepped to the line. He could have put it away there.
Hill kicks to Decker. Lets the 3 fly. Nails it. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Puts up a 3. He's off from 3. Now Hawkins to take the lead. The three won't fall. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And what a thrilling ride we're enjoying tonight, folks. Welcome back as we start the overtime. So Wisconsin ends up going with the new group. Here's Freak from deep. Nails the tray.
Always a threat, guys. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded in the gym ring.
Way beyond the line there. That's just a sweet stroke.
Freak, you're the guy. Some good screens, tight passes now. We need to get Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
Hawkins against Free. That's tipped. And here's Hawkins. And it's Freak with the rebound. Nails it.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Wade. Money. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And now we've got the intentional foul. The Badgers making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
All right, fellas, it's here for the taking. Stops, a couple buckets, and you get the W.
Here is Hill.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Assistant.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. A three-pointer here might have us headed to another overtime period.
Conley dishes to Decker. This one for 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And now we've got the intentional foul. And so the first one is good. He'll stay at the line for one more try. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
So it's UCLA picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players